Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today we will discuss about the topic of combustion and flame, which is in the 8th grade CBSE syllabus. In this topic, we will see about combustion, types of combustion, flames, zones of a candle flame, fuel, ignition temperature, calorific values of fuel, and how do we control fire. Please don't skip the video and watch till the end. Before knowing about combustion, do we all know how fire is formed? Yes, we all know how fire is formed, right? We know, we know the basic requirements of fire, but actually we need three important chemical substances to make fire. They are oxygen, heat and fuel. When these three combine together, we get fire. This chemical process is called as combustion. We talked about combustion. Now let's see its types. Types of combustion are rapid combustion, spontaneous combustion and explosions. So what is rapid combustion? When the fire burns rapidly, means quickly, producing heat and light, it is known as rapid combustion. When you light a gas stove, in your house, we can observe that the flame burns rapidly, right? This is known as rapid combustion. Now let's move to spontaneous combustion. Spontaneous combustion, when a substance suddenly burns without any cause, it is called spontaneous combustion. Like forest fires, right? Forest fires, the dry leaves get heated up due to the sun's heat, and also burning of white phosphorus. White phosphorus burns suddenly when kept in the sun. This is also called spontaneous combustion. Now let's see about explosions. Explosions. To learn about explosions, we all have burnt firecrackers on festivals, right? And we enjoyed them a lot too. If we observe, we find that the crackers give a large amount of gas, smoke and sound. This is known as explosions. We have seen about combustion. Now let's move on to flames. In flames, let's see what is a flame, and we are also going to see the zones of a candle flame. Now let's see what are flames. When substances burn and turn into vapor, like when they vaporize, they produce flames. For example, candle, gas stove and much more produce flames. But if we have observed a candle flame, we find that the flame looks like a leaf-like structure, right? Yes, we all have observed the candle flames. It looks like a leaf-like structure. Have you ever wondered why the candle flames are in this shape? Because we all know that hot air is light and it rises up. That's why smoke also rises up, right? So hot air is light and it rises up. In the same way, when we light a candle, the hot air in the candle rises up and the cool air stays down, making the point of the flame sharp and the bottom of the flame looks broad, right? This is why it looks like a leaf. Now let's see about zones of a candle flame. If you observe a candle very closely, you can find that there are three different color of flames. These are known as the zones of flames. They are outer zone, middle zone and inner zone. Outer zone. Complete combustion takes place in this zone. So in this zone, the combustion is fully done, it's completely done, and it is the hottest part because it gets enough oxygen and it gets enough heat to burn continuously. It is the hottest part. And do you know the temperature of this zone? Yes, it has a temperature of 1800 degrees Celsius. And it is a blue in color. It is a non-luminous zone, meaning it does not give that much light. It does not glow that much. And it does not leave any left out carbon particles behind. Middle zone. Partial combustion takes place in this zone. It is yellow in color and it gives light as it is luminous. It gives light because the carbon particles do not get that much air like oxygen to burn properly, and they are partially burnt and they glow yellow in color. So as oxygen is not sufficient, they do not glow properly. As partial combustion takes place, the temperature is not that high as outer zone. Inner zone. There is no combustion taking place in this zone. This zone consists of the left out unburnt carbon particles, meaning after all these zones, as I said, middle zone leaves a residue, right? So that residue is collected in this zone and no combustion takes place. It is in black in color and is the coolest part of the flame. There is no combustion and it does not give heat too. Now we have seen about zones of the candle flame. Let's have heard about fuels in our 6th and 7th grades, right? Yes, fuels are something that burn easily and they can be released as energies too. But have you ever heard of ideal fuels? Ideal fuels are fuels that are readily available, it is cheap, which burns easily in air, it produces a large amount of heat and does not leave any residue behind. Unfortunately, there is no fuel known as an ideal fuel today because these days fuels might satisfy one or two of these factors but not all. For example, petrol is readily available but not cheap. In the same way, no fuel satisfies all these factors. Calorific value of fuels. Earlier we saw about fuels. Now let's see about the calorific value of the fuels. When 1 kg, remember 1 kg of any fuel is burnt, the amount of heat produced by the fuel is known as the calorific value of the fuel. Calorific value is calculated in kilojoules per kg. For example, when 1 kg of wood is burnt, we get 17,000 to 22,000 of calorific value. In the same way, hydrogen has a calorific value of 1,50,000 kilojoules per kg. Now I am moving to ignition temperature. At the beginning, we saw about combustion. But do you know what makes this fire burn so quickly? That is known as ignition temperature. The least temperature where a substance burns is known as ignition temperature. To understand ignition temperature, let's do an activity. Take 2 paper cups and fill water in one of it. Burn both the paper cups at a time and observe which paper cup burns quickly. We observe that the empty paper cup burns quickly because the one with water has less ignition temperature, making it to not burn. We can also observe a black substance under the paper cup with water, which is called soot. This soot is a black substance which forms when the substances are not burnt properly. Now let's see about our last topic. How do we control fire or how to prevent fire? As we saw, fire requires 3 things. What are they? They are oxygen, heat and fuel. By cutting any one or all these supply of these requirements, we can control and extinguish fire. For example, fire extinguishers contain carbon dioxide, which cools down the heat and cuts the oxygen supply. In the same way, water also cuts down the supply of heat. Like this, we can save ourselves from fire. Other fire extinguishers are carbon dioxide, water, sand, baking soda, etc. Now we have come to the end of this video. I hope you liked my explanation and understood this topic. Thanks for watching until the end, and until my next video, I am signing off.